Okay, and we're back. Something really interesting here. I hope you'll get something out of it, enjoy, whatever. At first glance here, without being too particular, you should notice immediately two types of objects, yeah, in a very basic sense. One, moving bacilli or Sprilli. I'm not sure which at the assume level. I'm going to assume Sprilli because they're the most dominant bacteria on this slide. And then, of course, the other type is a blue-green algae that I've been studying. Came from a fountain water sample at work. Now, breaking this down for you, this particular slide was a drop of that fountain water placed into a sealed wet mount with a little teeny bit of yeast. Specifically, let's see, at that point, yeah, that was bread yeast, I think, if I recall correctly. I just wanted to see what would happen in a mixed environment. Interestingly enough, the yeast grew a little bit and then quit, which I kind of expected because it had no food source to speak of. What was interesting, though, is the explosive growth rate of miscellaneous bacteria. It was really shocking, and I do not have any explanation for this. Maybe they're feeding off the alcohol that the yeast produced a little bit. Who knows? Anyway, that's not the point. The point is this particular field of Cyanobacteria, the blue-green algae, the large ones that you see there that are slightly greenish to the eye. Now, you're wondering what I'm thinking is so weird about this? Number one, there weren't this many before that I know of. So my suspicion is, unless I just missed this before, it's entirely possible, they're multiplying. I have reason to believe this. First and foremost, the larger strips where you see four bound together, the biggest ones, the very oval, largest ones, okay, I've seen enough of those, and in fact the pairs of two that are the same size, I've seen enough of those. I'm not at all amazed by that. But the smaller pairs of two and the smaller singular ones, I don't remember seeing those before. Okay, moving on, you'll notice, of course, there are two mixed types of organism, the blue-green algae and the faster-moving spirochetes. Notice the sheer number of those singular blue-green algae. Now I'm sure of it. They weren't here before. Notice something else. You see very few of the moving bacteria outside the field of these cyanobacteria, and yet, where there are larger concentrations, you see more of those Sprilli. Now, I could jump to conclusions and say, okay, well, you know, this proves a symbiotic relationship and all that. It doesn't. Not by itself. It could just be an area of good nutrient, whatever. And both are thriving. Until you wander further out from the group and take a look at the ones far afield. Let's see here. I had them before. And you've got to see this because this is really interesting. Okay, see this one here? Bright boy right there in the center. If you'll look at them closely, you'll notice that there are actually bacteria stuck to him. They're Sprillium, slow movers, and actually no movers because they're just spinning in place. You'll notice a few also in the vicinity of this one here in the center. What's interesting about it is they're actually swarming around that little blue-green algae there. Pay close attention. Their angles are aimed at him. Him, her, it, whatever. And furthermore, wandering even further afield, here's another one. Just a bit above and to right of center. Now it's in center. Again, here it's got bacteria affixed to it. And here again. That one doesn't. Okay, here. I think I found the originals. There again, see that? In the center there. Well, a little low of center. They are actually flocking, in small numbers granted, but they're actually flocking around those small blue-green algae. And this one here, again, actually has them grouped and clustered and adhering to him, her, it. Look at this. This is where I found, I think, the really interesting distribution. Here again. There's 3 within field, a group of 4, a group of 3, and a singular. And there are patches of bacteria around these things. They are arranging themselves nearby. And here again. Fairly numerous cluster of small ones and a couple of big ones, and here again bacteria swarming in that area, moving and non-moving. What does all this prove? I really don't know, but I'm very suspicious of it being some kind of gas relationship. I would think that they like the smell of gas. No. Look at this here. Here again, it's the same thing. Very pronounced case here. They're actually there's actually a clearer instance of colonization in concert, symbiotic relationship. Let me get tighter in on that, and I'll prove my case. Gas relationship is what I'm thinking. I am thinking that they get something from each other. Namely, I'm thinking that it's probably CO2 and oxygen exchange. Here you go. This is the Cyanobacteria, and these are the look like common bacilli. Look like bacilli to me. And over yonder way, here's another grouping. These are a little smaller, a little more round, but nevertheless they are Cyanobacteria. And clustered around them, of course, are other bacteria, bacillus of some variety. Very interesting. It looks to me like a definite symbiotic relationship because it's non-destructive, apparently. The cyanobacteria appear to be very green and very alive, near as I can tell, and the bacteria are definitely alive and definitely very attracted to them. And you can see the way they're flocking. It looks just like a particle swarm effect. Interesting, huh? So there you go. Better cap this one off before it gets the best of me. 10 minutes, you know, YouTube and all that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration of apparent symbiosis in a colonial sort of setting. Anyway, off we go. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye!